It's very interesting because for 30 minutes you talk about eVTOL, future and all of that. The next 30 minutes you talk about storage, long-term storage and all of that. So thank you, Al, for balancing our blood pressure between super and crazy optimism down to more realistic views. So thank you. And well, actually, as you said, I'm trying to bridge a bit the two worlds. I'm not super optimistic, but at the same time, I think we have a mandate and we have a clear mission that growth is, I think, upon us, but we need to help ourselves to get that growth growing. And I think there are two key words in this title, actually. It's growth, because we all want it, we all want to enjoy it for sure, but it's transformation. I think it's a realization that the industry is transforming itself, and but it means that we have to transform ourselves. You know, we do the way we do eventually make products and notably service them. So indeed, I'm going to talk about that. You know, the way we read the market today and how we adapt actually our business to it. Okay. All right. So these are not just buzzwords. You know, I think you all dream of these every day. I mean, these are the recipes that you need to make your business grow and successful. And actually, it's your language, you know. And when we talk more and more with operators, lessons, and everything, this is the language we also have to adopt. And again, I think whatever we do today, whatever we think about, you know, when we design new stuff or new service solutions, we have these words in mind. And where they come from, is when you read the market, actually, what we see is some three key dynamics. First of all, I think a couple of, okay, I can talk about that, because there is a question for you. Which one is more, will be the most significant among the three? So, the first one clearly is you ask for platforms where you know you can take them from one mission to the next. So it's really the mission agnostics. At the same time, you want to customize solutions so that it's liquid, you know, between one mission to the next. Second one is, I think there is clearly in the room, and there was some economics put on the screen this morning. The cost of capital is very high, notably in the helicopter industry compared to fixed wing. So for sure, there's a tendency to go more from a CapEx environment to OpEx. So how us OEMs, you know, adapt to that need. The last one is, I think we talked about it a couple of times today already, how the world is becoming digital. You know, how we connect things, how you get access, manage your fleets, manage operation, become, you know, more proactive about diagnostics and all that. So I'm pleased to see. Okay, very interesting. So the good news, actually, we work on these three themes, okay? So I didn't ask which one is more important, so we can drop the other two. What we do, so what we do is, okay, knowing that, what can we do? So if I go next slide is, well, actually, it's three themes, I would say, where we can, or we have to work on. And as, you know, OEM, when we leverage, you know, the technical expertise, the brain knowledge we have, you know, in this field, you know, it's where we can help a lot. So the first one is, I cannot read from here, it's crazy. So again, standardized platforms, you know, design actually engines and that you can use from one mission to the next. Data-driven decision making. We do a lot about, you know, monitoring devices, or like connecting, you know, building some portal services where you can manage your fleet. And as well, you know, I think there is a big realization that PBH side of it, you know, the service model, we need to move from a standard PBH style to a more customized solutions. You know, one size doesn't fit all, right? That's a clear realization. So I'm going to talk about that in the next couple of minutes. So first of all, in terms of standardization of platforms, first of all, sure, we have to reuse our engines from one platform to the next. I think there's a need to actually amortize investments. We do want technology, so we need to invest on that. So we have to amortize our investments over several platforms. I think we've been very successful. When you look at the history we've had on helicopters. Actually, this year we celebrate 50 years on the Bell 212, 412 with the twin pack. So all of this history accumulation, reliability proven, on our product. I think that we've done very successfully. The last one is how do we infuse some new and innovate on the technology to bring more mission capability. So when you look at two recent examples, like on the 175, it's the first civil helicopter capable of doing some time limited dispatch on engine, so some decision making to ease mission readiness. On the 169, the enhancements, performance enhancement packages that were offered, that reconfiguration is solely software on the engine side. It's really how we bring technology to your service. It's not by getting the helicopter or the engine back into a shop for a complex and expensive upgrade. It's really how we can unleash some potential using technology. I think it's where we put a lot of efforts actually to make your life easier. On this slide, again, when we tailor our service, when we design about what do we need to do next, I think we have these themes in mind, and certainly in the last 5 years with the rise of lessors and a bit of plateau in this type of activity and all of that, I think we've worked a lot around notably our PBDH models through lessors, where we ease the transfer of assets from one mission to the next, from one continent to the next, from one operator to the next. I think it's where we're making steps. I know that we have to do even more steps. We have some very active conversation on how lessors and operators help us define the next suite of solutions. And my point today is, sure, we are willing to listen and make sure that our next modification of our PBH contracts help you. I mean, transferability of benefits, helping you at time of transfer of ownership with the CPO product. It's all about what we have in mind, and to make sure that the market becomes more liquid. So actually, again, the assets, it's not so much it's a commodity yet, but in somewhere, we have to look at it like that. In the end of the day, these pictures are all new services, and actually you have a few brochures on the table outside if you want, and we can help. And we have a team here if you want to reach out to us. I won't go and do a sales pitch on all of them, but we put services, we put smart solutions, we put commercial programs, we put the certified pre-owned, we put the fast box, digital analytics, we put all kinds of new, again, offers, and really with the goal of not only going towards, 100% proactive and planned maintenance, where actually the next question is going to be, do you even think eventually we'll get there? But really it's to work on the four, missions that we have, reduce pallet workload. We all have the safety, obviously priority in mind, but the cost effectiveness, so optimize maintenance planning and all that. I think it's what we want to do. It's what Pratt Whitney, we want to be known for. It's to design solutions to make you cost actually effective. So, do you believe in? No. Okay. So it's realization that we have a bit more work to do. The truth is, it's a big challenge. Going fully digital. Is it to be only digital? For sure. I think there was a mention this morning that even though an autonomous vehicle will need a human being to manage it, and we agree 100%. As a matter of fact, I think we are known to be pretty good at human interaction, and easy to talk to, because I think we are managing complex assets, and for sure, we need that relationship between us. So there's also actually a realization that actually answers the question, is that to make you effective in your mission, it's not all about being fully digital, or it's not about having thousands of parts on the shelf somewhere with a strong frontline support. It's actually by combining all of these solutions. So whatever we do, actually, we always have that ecosystem in mind of some digital service, some digital platforms, some new MRO, I would say service centers, people dedicated around the world. It's all about that infrastructure / people and team that we can help you. So this is again what we have in mind when we do what we do. Next. So changing gear a little bit on the CapEx versus OpEx. I mean, I won't do the offense of giving you a lecture about that because you're far more an expert than I can be. But truly, I mean, there is a realization that the world where we are the OEM, we sell a new unit, a new engine or new helicopter, and then you manage and call me back when you need another new one. I mean, it's long gone for sure. We all realize that. But it's not only that. It's not only the service. It's also how do you finance. Do we have new business models? We need to think about it. We are thinking now long-term leasing. We are thinking about subscription models. We are thinking about new ways of giving you access to engines or different type of assets. I think it's where we need to go. I mean, you need that scalability. An OpEx business model helps you get there. So we want to be more I would say, supporting that. Definitely. That's a key message. So, I would say our framework when we look at that CapEx versus OpEx is, okay, realize, I mean, a helicopter's got a long life. I mean, we just heard it again, like 30 years. So there's a preliminary phase, entry into service, then the maturity where you want to extract the full economic value of the platform, and then you need to manage the, not end of life, but I would say some senior age of the helicopter, let's call it this way. Anyway, for us, we approach these three phases differently, and what we are doing is actually putting, again, solutions for each. So for sure, we want to be a true partner of your business and operation. I mean, Stefan was talking about the 175 maturity program and all that. I think we've been a very good partner for NHV, and the success is there. I think it's for sure. I mean, we have to realize these periods, where we do need to accumulate hours on a new program, while I mean, you owe a mission and you owe availability to your clients. So we're there to help you. The midlife is where, for sure, again, economical value. It's where we talk about new, eventually, solutions like subscription model, financing solutions, getting you access to some platform, the tailored PPH, very focused on availability metrics and all that. This is where we want to go. But, again, at the tail end, the end of life, I mean, we are there, again, with the announcement of the certified pre-owned, where we, as an OEM, we want to facilitate that transition. We are here to give you like an OEM warranty on a used product. So we'll take the risk. We'll share the risk with you. It's a reasonable fee. It's actually a fee that can be transferred to a PPH program if the next operator enrolls again. So again, it's thinking about solutions, not problems, but really solutions. Because again, if we want to get some growth, next year and the years to come, I think we need to be proactive and get more solutions like that. So again, I mean, the goal is to, listen, continue these conversations we're having with you all day long, help us to help you. I mean, this is the key theme. So, because at the end of the day, I think when you read that quote, I think we all realize it's very complex. Not only it's a complex product, it's actually a complex product to fly. The truth is helicopters are not made to fly. They are made to land in a hard way if you don't pay attention. And it's true for the business as well. The margins are thin, so we need to make sure, we all play a game, we all play our part into making that success a reality. So anyway, thanks again. Taking questions, but Pratt Whitney, if you want to remember one thing is we have the desire to transform and make sure that growth is coming. Thank you. Any questions?
Any questions?
How was blood pressure?
I think you've got it from that down to the. Any question? When you mentioned leasing on for the end of life, are you looking at buying whole helicopters and leasing them out?
All helicopters, I would not go there. Getting to the engine, this is what we know much better. So actually we did develop solutions on the regional airline world, and for sure we are looking into it for helicopters. Why not? We need to make sure that we provide value, and we can, because it's always combining our expertise. We're not a bank. We don't want to compete with bankers or financiers. It's not the goal. It's where we can leverage technical expertise, knowledge, and all of that, connections with the market. So eventually, yes.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.